Hello, welcome to Conflict Management Skills number 4. Today we're going to talk about listening to feelings and dreams. In number 1, we talked about what to do to calm down when we feel frustrated and maybe like exploding. In number 2, we talked about how to have a gentle startup to our conversations. Number 3 was all about repairs, and today it's about listening to dreams, what's close to our hearts. We know that when a couple get together, they're going to have a perpetual set of problems for the rest of their relationship. There is always going to be one person who is tidier than the other person, one person who is more punctual, one person maybe more spiritual. We're going to have these perpetual differences. And provided we're able to talk to them, to keep the ball in play, so to speak, and to keep having conversations, maybe accepting influence and making compromises as we go along, we're going to have a fairly healthy relationship over these perpetual differences. But what happens when our dreams are really in opposition, when we basically start to feel rejected by our partner? Quite often we become entrenched in positions. There's frustration, hurt. We don't feel listened to. We lose our sense of humour over these differences. And it tends to get worse over time. Couples may start to vilify each other, and as they become more extreme, there's emotional disengagement, and that ball is no longer in play. They're just on opposite sides. What we want to do in listening to our partner's hopes and dreams is, instead of being on opposite sides, we want to be able to open up and listen to our partner and understand what their dreams are, so we can talk about them and maybe accept influence and compromise. And that'll be an ongoing conversation for the rest of our lives. So what do we do to do that? Firstly, we want to remain calm and approach our partner in a way that is safe for them to open up and have a conversation with us. We want to be able to talk non-judgmentally, be open, postpone our agenda while we're having these conversations. Practice active listening, ask open-ended questions, validate our partner. That's interesting. I didn't know you felt that way. Tell me more about that. And we want to be able to ask deeper questions. Questions like, tell me why this is so important to me, and what values and history is behind this story. What feelings do you have about this issue? What's your ideal dream? And maybe what's the disaster story here if we're not able to come to some kind of compromise? We want to really understand what's going on in our partner's heart. A classic example that I like to sometimes share here is the couple, and this is a common story: do we sleep with the curtains open or shut? And often there's one person wants the curtains open and one person wants them shut. An example could be the couple where she had had nightmares as a child and wanted the curtains open for some ambient light to help her feel safe. He was a veteran and he wanted the curtains closed so he felt cocooned and safe. When they were able to really postpone their agendas, talk to each other in a calm, open, curious manner, they were able to ascertain that the key need, for the key dream for them both here, was to feel secure and to feel safe. And from that understanding of each other, They could come up with a multitude of solutions to the curtains open, curtains shut. They could have a night light. They could use the hall light. They could have the door ajar. All kinds of solutions are possible when you really understand what's going on in your partner's heart. I hope you can experiment and play around and discover what's in your partner's heart.